Hi and welcome to a new video. My name is Myra. I'm coming to you from Sweden, but I'm originally from Germany. And I own a little small fabric business, as you can see in the background. I design nature-inspired fabrics and sell them in my little online shop called Natursaga. And yeah, I also love to knit, to bake and be creative in many ways. And today I thought I will take you a little bit along and sew a little bit. So let's follow me sewing 3 garments in this video, and yeah, I take you along about my thoughts about fabric choice, about sewing, and how I felt about sewing these projects. I'm making these garments in this video, so if you're excited to see how I make these garments, just follow along and yeah, have a nice time watching my video. Yeah, today I thought I would take you along and we sew a little bit together. It's a very grey, rainy Swedish October day, so please excuse the lighting, but it has been very grey and dark for a couple of days now, and I just thought I will take you along so yeah, that we can sew together, just have a cozy time together. It's perfect to grab a cup of tea, grab your fabrics if you want to cut some fabric while watching this, or your knits, and yeah, just follow me sewing a little bit. My first sewing project I thought I will start with is a ruby vest. I think it's a very nice layering piece for autumn, winter, spring, and looks quite cute. And I chose this already quilted checkered fabric from my web shop. It has like this wavy quilting pattern, and I think it's very nice and perfect if you're a little bit lazy to quilt your own. So I already cut it and sewed the side seams together, and now I will place this on the lining fabric, and you normally choose like a woven cotton, or you quilt both fabric layers already together, but I think the color looks so nice with this pointelle fabric. It's a knitted fabric that is also from my store, and it's just like the perfect beigey combination, I think. So I will try to use a stretchy fabric. This is 100% cotton, so it's not that stretchy if it's with elastan, but it's still, it's knitted, so it has some stretch. So I will place the outer vest onto the lining, and then I will pin 1,000 pins around it and will sew around it, and hopefully this will work out great. And then the whole vest will have a binding as well. I need to decide a little bit what I want for the binding. I'm thinking about some blue probably, just to have some contrast. And another idea I already had before is to make a patchwork inside lining with a lot of solid colors, but the project is a little bit too big right now. I feel like I have so many other things going on right now, and I just want a nice, quite quick sewing project, and yeah, so this version feels like a little bit better right now. But I really like to get into quilting a little bit more and patchworking. I think it's quite difficult if you're not from the US and not used to work with inches. Yeah, but I think quilts and patchwork looks really cute, and yeah, I would really love to make some more patchworky clothes. But now we will start with a ruby vest by Sydney Graham, if I didn't mention it. So 1,000 pins later, and I have pinned here the vest onto the knitted fabric, and now I think I will cut it with a roller cutter. That makes it a little bit easier to come in all corners, and yeah, let's cut it out and then just sew around it, so that I can connect both layers with each other. Hopefully this will work out. I'm a little bit nervous, but I will use a walking foot while sewing. And yeah, hopefully it will work out. Otherwise I need to go to plan B and use a cotton lining. But yeah, it would be a cute combo. And yeah, I didn't really got into autumn sewing yet, and I'm really excited to start finally doing it, and I will hopefully also sew another project with you in this video, because we got married 2 weeks ago now, and I had a lot of time sewing my wedding dress and my daughter's dress and knitted cardigans first, and there was a lot of time dedicated to that. But now I'm finally ready to sew some other autumn things and probably some winter stuff already. But winter feels for me like cozy pajamas, just getting cozy up. But yeah, some blouses probably for a little autumn feel is also not too bad. And the West is a good start, I think. So let's try to get it off the needle soon. I don't think I'll finish it up today because I need to go to the kindergarten soon and pick up my daughter. But then we will continue next week with hopefully a little bit better weather and some more light in here. Hi there, it's a new day. It's a little bit lighter today. It has rained the whole night, but now it's dry and it's a little bit cloudy, but it's a lot brighter than in my last video, I think. And yeah, I have worked the whole morning with some admin stuff, with packing some packages, with everything I needed to do. And now it's time to sew a little bit more. My Ruby West is still waiting for me. Let's see. So I have attached the lining to the outer coat of the fabric. So yeah, it's now lined and stitched in place. And now I think we will continue with the shoulder seams. But before I really get into it, I need to decide on a color for the binding, because you sew also binding on the shoulder seams. So I have all my fabrics over here. Let's see which color would look nice. I will take out some examples and then I will show you, and then I will decide. Okay, this one will be a tough decision. I somehow really like the brown version, like having it very simple and brown, and yeah. But then I also really like the idea of another color, like a blue color. I think is particularly nice. I have a little bit lighter blue and then I have a very dark blue, and both looking so good. Now I need to decide which kind I want to have. So it's a minute later. I needed to load my camera, but what I have done is I cut and sewed the bow pieces, and I decided on the dark blue fabric now, and I think it will be really nice to look at. And then I also added some binding to the shoulders. And then I cut the bias binding very interesting this time. I followed the pattern, so if you also want to know how to do this, the pattern has an instruction and there's also a video tutorial that was actually quite helpful because I didn't understand the written instructions very well. But yeah, so I have a tooth with the binding, and now I'm just cutting in a round, and then I have a long piece of binding, and that will be perfect. Then I can start bind the vest. The instruction will start with armholes, but I think I will start with the whole body and then I will continue with armholes so that I know that I have enough binding. It should be good because, I mean, I followed the pattern, but I'm just a little bit scared, so I will do it that way, I think. Yeah, this will turn out so cute, I think. But I must say, after all, I got married in October and I sewed my own wedding dress and a dress for my daughter that you can, yeah, it's hanging over here in the background here. And I just feel a little bit tired of sewing and knitting because there was so much sewing and so much knitting involved, and I had a quite tight schedule as well. So I'm still feeling I need to come back a little bit into sewing mode and getting creative again, and yeah, feeling I can take my time as well. Yeah, so this is a good project, but I also feel like while working on it, I'm not 100% into sewing right now. But I really would love to come back, and I would love to create some beautiful things with my autumn fabrics, and yeah, I will take you along for that, of course. So now the binding is cut. I have a lot of binding now, and now we will start pinning it on the outer vest, yeah, so like the outer corners, and then we'll sew around it. So my ruby vest is finished. I really love how it turned out. I just, yeah, sewed on the binding because I had a little plan change today. I wanted to finish this one and I wanted to head into the city and had a meeting with a friend, but my daughter got sick, so yeah, I just finished this very quickly and now I wanted to show you. So it has this pointelle lining in here. Really, yeah, beautiful pointelle lining, dark blue binding, and then yeah, this pre-quilted fabric from my shop. So if you want to make a vest like this, you can find all the material in my web shop. Let's hop onto the next sewing project and create something more, because even though I normally think binding is quite annoying and sometimes a little bit difficult, this one turned out really nice. The dark color also helps a little bit. So I feel like my sewing mojo is coming back a little bit, then that's great. Hi there, it's a little bit later, a few days, a week probably so. And yeah, my ruby vest is finished as I showed you in my last clip. This one turned out so cute. I really love how it looks and I really like to wear it. And yeah, it really helped me to bring my sewing mojo a little bit back. And today we're cutting a few more pieces. One thing is a little tiny sweater, and the other one is like a cardigan t-shirt for me. I'm planning to sew the Bryn cardigan by True Bias, and I'm not 100% sure which fabric I want to choose for that. And I want to make a little forest sweater with a little application. And I think I will start with that, or I will cut both before sewing. So, but we will start cutting the forest sweater. And if you're wondering why forest sweater, this is one of my fabric designs. It's printed on jersey and it's called, yeah, forest. It has like a lot of autumnal forests drawings, and some birds and some mushrooms and some blackberries and some rowan, and and I plan to sew a little sweater with like a little mushroom application. I will probably make the application on my computer and then print it and then cut it in a lighter and a darker jersey and just sew it on. When sewing with jersey, I like to add some interfacing and then I can just use a normal stitch. And when making an application with woven cotton, I like to use a very narrow 6 stitch that the fabric can't fray afterwards. And I probably will film how I do it and upload on my Instagram as well. But let's get into cutting. So now if you're wondering why I don't use, or why my pattern is looking a little bit weird and why I don't use a good seam allowance and it seems to be a little bit messy, it's because of I made the pattern myself with the help of some t-shirts and sweaters for my daughter and found I think a form that I like and I think a sweater would look really cute. It will be a very thin sweater with the jersey, but I think this will be great. I will add some cuffs at the sleeves and at the bottom of the body, and I also try to add some sewing allowance now. And I had the idea of it probably could be a gift for a little friend, so I tried to add a little bit more seam allowance than I would normally do in some places, so that it hopefully also fit the next size. And I think this will look really cute, and if you have worked with jersey fabrics before and you know what you do, I think this is a great way. Otherwise, follow a pattern, and if you're a beginner, it's probably easier to use a ready-made pattern. But I really would love to get more into pattern making next year, so who knows if this sweater, that is just like the first prototype now, will probably will become a pattern, and then you can also make it in the future, and was a very nice ready to make pattern, of course. Hello there. It's the same day, but I decided to start another project. I decided to cut both projects today, and then I will start sewing tomorrow. The first sweater is cut and everything, and now I'm cutting the Brun sweater, or the Brun cardigan by True Bias. I needed one last pattern piece that I missed, and we have a sleeve, we have a back, we have front, and we have the neckband. And now I only need to decide what fabric I want to use. That's not so easy. Let's check out the fabric on my shelf. So it's another new day, and I have worked a little bit on my forest sweater that I clipped last time. I added a little appliqué. I always say application because in German it's Applikation and in Swedish it's Applikation. So I think in English the word is appliqué. And I made the mushroom appliqué. You can also get the pattern with a little description in 2 sizes at my web shop for free. So if you want to make a similar appliqué, you can. And I also share some tips and tricks, and also upload a video on my YouTube shorts and on Instagram and TikTok where I show how I sew the appliqué. And now I think we will sew the sweater together, that it's getting a hole, and I think I will just start with that now, and trying to finish it up so that I have a whole garment. And we're also coming a little bit closer to the end of this video. You can also give me some feedback of how you think the video is. I'm not 100% sure how I should show and take you along, if things are boring or is it interesting to just see me sewing. I also feel like it's a very narrow space where I'm at right now. I have some corners I can put the camera, because otherwise the light is a little bit weird and it's a little bit difficult, but there's a little but. We're moving in the beginning of next year, and I have a very big studio space for all my fabrics, for sewing, for everything, and I'm really looking forward to have some space, and filming is getting a little bit easier, hopefully. But we're working with what we have right now. I'm very thankful for this little office. And now, we will need the serger today. Okay, this is where we are now. So the mushroom sweater is looking very cute already. I'm still missing the cuff here on the top, but otherwise, I added all the cuffs, and I will continue next week. Today is Friday, and I need to go to the kindergarten very soon. But this is looking very cute. I'm very happy with the outcome, and I can't wait to try it on my daughter and see how it fits. Good morning, today is Friday. I just made a cup of coffee and the sun is shining, and that feels so good. We had such a grey and rainy season, and I felt like working for a little bit harder during that season. I'm always feeling very tired and also having some bad nights with my toddler. So having the sun out is beautiful, even though it's really cold. I'm wearing a big sweater, even though in here it's getting warm with the sun. And I thought I will show a little update because I have sewn a little bit here and there the last days. First of all, my little forest sweater is finished. I added the neckline and made it very neat with a little fabric strip in the back and even a little label. And the applique is on. I added some green cuffs and it's looking really cute. I also already tested it on my daughter and she really liked it. So this will be a sweater for us and not as a gift as I was thinking about, because the cuffs are quite small. For her, she's very tiny, so it fits her quite well, but I'm a little bit unsure if it fits a size bigger. So I think we will use this, and I will make probably some other clothes to give away for Christmas this year. We will see how much I can sew and make. I also have some Christmas ideas for my daughter I would like to sew, and also for another family member. So I will probably focus on them first and then see how much I can make and give away. And because I have some patterns planned as well for Christmas season, so keep your eye out if you're interested for free or very cheap small Christmas patterns. And I will update you more on that on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. So follow me also there if you want. And then I also sewed my Bryn cardigan. You have probably seen some clips of me sewing this. I sewed this with Pontal jersey. This is a 100% cotton jersey. And the Bryn cardigan is from True Bias. And it's a very cute pattern with the button tab. There's also a version without sleeves, and there's a version with short sleeves, and also a dress version. It's quite fitted, and this one don't contain elastan, so probably the elastan version would fit even better. But I feel like the sleeves are very tight, and I have some fabric around the armholes on the back and on the front, so it's would need a little bit more fitting for my body. But I know making a pattern that should fit every type of body is like impossible. So I really still really like how it came out, and I'm looking forward to wear this. But a very cute, fast project. added some very beautiful buttons that are also from a shop. These are buttons from Pigeon Wishes, and they have like this beautiful marble effect. So I really loved how they fit to the fabric, and yeah, really like it. So now I have made 3 garments. I have made my bryn cardigan, I have made my beautiful vest, and I made a little forest sweater. That is not too bad. And I'm really back into sewing, and now I can't wait to start sewing with my Christmas fabrics. They have arrived during this video, and I will start sewing with them next, and also make sewing the patterns I'm planning. I have already cut one that is lying over here, so I will go into that, and I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. Please follow my channel if you would like to see more videos, and also comment which was your favorite garment, and what do you plan to sew next? Are you planning some Christmas presents? Let me know, and probably some other can find some inspo. But thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!